Good morning, Bernard. Good morning. And it's a real pleasure to say it is a good morning because the sun's shining and the sky's blue.
There you go.
And we're in my favourite area of limestone, and we've parked here at Langcliffe, where, as you can see, we were last in May 17, so where have the years gone? We're going to walk south down to Sefton and then through the town to this point here, and then we'll move. When we get here, I'm going to go down onto the river because it's lovely walking along the river. Right up here, we'll probably have lunch about here where there's a waterfall, and I saw my first salmon leap there. And then into Stainforth, and then we walk back from Stainforth across the fell back to the car. And interestingly, about here there's a very famous kiln which is oval in shape, and it was a continuous lime kiln producing fertiliser, and you go in at one end and walk all the way and come back to the start because that's the way it worked. So that'll be of interest, and yeah, I don't know.
Distance?
It's 5 point something miles.
Oh,
but
right.
By the time we finish, it'll be 6
or 7. So we are 10 today, and as Bernard has said, it's good to have him back. There's the wounded knee, and it's good to have him back. And 10 of us have met up. Beautiful day, bit windy. It's a lovely spring day though, and hopefully we'll get some good views and some decent weather today. Let's see. And we're off. Straight off the road. We're on Langcliffe. That's where we've parked. We're off the road now on a little track straight up the hill, and we're heading this way, and then we're going to turn and drop down into Sefton, or towards Sefton. Oh, well, this isn't a sign of things to come. We set off and immediately, look at this, beating us up. Haven't even warmed up, and we're up a quite sharp gradient here. Bernard's back with a vengeance. There's a bit of a scramble already. Splitting the sheep at the top there. A couple that set off before us is headed up the hill up there, but we're going this way. We're going more south. So here we are in the Yorkshire Dales. Settle down at the bottom there, and then coming round here, a limestone scar over there. Village of Langcliffe down here, and then we're heading up that way, and I'm thinking that's probably Stainforth up there, and that's where we're heading. Lovely day, as I said, a bit breezy, you can probably hear that in the mic, but lovely countryside. Some cracking views today, hopefully. Those of you that follow us regularly will have seen the wind damage to trees in the lakes when we're up there, but look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Half a dozen flattened. Just nature doing its best or worst, whichever way you want to look at it. Absolutely flattened them. Not much root on them, but they've gone. So here we are now. A bit of lamb, a bit of mutton. Get this, they don't like us coming through. I'm going to keep walking. But they're nice to see. And even the little ones are just having a shout to show the mum and dad that they can play the game if need be. Whee! Any more? Watch out, watch out!
There's a bit of a gap now before Lord Moore.
Right. Thank you. Oh.
What did you say to him, Bernard?
Come on.
I said the grass is greener than sauce.
So I'm just heading down this track, which again it looks like a drover's trail, but it's just a track coming down here. And heading into the town of Sefton. Down there. Settle Rovers, could be the school pictures at the back there, and then we're back onto the scar over there. And in the background over there, you can just make out Ingleborough. Here we are, we're in Settle now. This is Settle town centre. We're getting into the town centre anyway, yeah. The old market cross there. There's a road there. Just been talking to Graham about this road here that goes up and up and up. And if you're cycling, when you get to the top of that, you've earned your break. That's part of the Way of the Roses cycle track from Morecambe to Bridlington. And there it is. There's the signpost on it now. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. And Settle's quite an old place. It's built in 1671. Busy place, busy marketplace, busy market town. Very pleasant village. This is where we turned off to Langcliffe. The river is there. We're going to be crossing that shortly. This is the main road into Settle from Ingleton and Kirby and that way from all points west. And we're going in here for 11s apparently. We're just going to have a little sit down and cogitate in the sun in the Memorial Garden. So this is the river, that's Settle town centre over there. Bridge over the River Ribble here. There's the little Settle sign. We're now at the home of Settle United. Settle United here. Nice ground this. And if you look, where are we now? Above the Settle Social Club one, just up there, that's where we walked, where those two walls are. That's where we've come from. We walked up to the top of there and across to the right and dropped down into the town. So now we're going the other part of the circle. So this is the Ribble, the River Ribble. Starts off to the left where we are now at Ribble Head, and then heads down to Preston, Lytham St Anne's, and into the Irish Sea. There it is, the River Ribble. So I've come off the path by the river. We should have been going up and over that one somewhere and drop down again, but we're just doing a bit of road work now. This is the hamlet of Stackhouse coming up, and we'll just carry on the road a bit further. Now that's what I call a stile. That's more like a style that you should have, rather than these things where you've got to throw yourself from about 8 feet across a 3-foot wall at the top and down some more steps. A lot nicer, a lot more, a lot gentler. Oh, this is interesting. There's a little stone here attached to a chain and a post, and it's a weather forecasting stone in Stackhouse, peculiar to the area, and that's where it is. I'm sure there'll be a still photograph coming up from John as well that you can follow and see what it's all about.
Shilling, what is a shilling?
What's a shilling? And here we are, another weir now on the Ribble. Just further up the river just to get it moving a little bit, and a bit of an overshoot there. And this is the river heading down to Sefton. Lovely. This is just beautiful countryside. There's the little River Ribble dabbling along. Nice footpath. Couple of stiles to get over. Blue sky with some cloud, but it's just lovely. The Yorkshire Dales. Just a little bit more around here in the starts the Ribble Valley. Little duck there kayaking. You see it? Just underneath there. Trying to play kayaks. Lovely, lovely little river. And we're just strolling along. Well, some of us are, I don't know where the rest are. Daffs have gone. It's all dandies now. Well, Bernard's making us work for our lunch today. We just come up from the river there, along the path, and up these steps.
Okay. Can you come nearer?
Oh. Well, you could take your pick crossing this little beck here. You could either go in the no water there, or there was the big stepping stones there, or the greasy pole. Fortunately I did a pole, but there was a handrail at the top, so I would have fallen in otherwise. There's a little bit more of a stream coming in here to join the Ribble down below us, and again look at this beautiful, beautiful day, heading down to Sefton that way. There's a little sign here that says that we're in Stainforth Woodland, and judging by some of the marks on the field, you should be able to see it. This has obviously been a campsite at some stage, and there's caravans at the back there. So we've got running water down there in the Ribble, slightly calmer here, and just look at this. This is just foam, flots and jets, and look at the flows and eddies of this. There's part of the river there down at the bottom here that's flowing back upstream, and on the far side as well. Look at how it's moving. That's what we were just looking at, this foam or whatever it is, I don't know, moving backwards and forwards up the stream, or up and down the stream, and then you come back up the stream and it's rolling a little bit, and then there's quite a run on it here. It's strange, it must go into some depth down there to cause that whitening a bit further on. And just a little bit further upstream again, we're on to this now, which I'm guessing is going to be Stainforth Force. Just a little bit of a roll down the rocks. And some nice little cascades here. Oh, that's lovely. And this, rather pleasantly, is lunch. Now we just have a swim and a jump in. This is Stainforth Force. Lovely. Lovely this. How are you going to get hold of that rope, or what happens when you fall in? This is Stainforth Force. Lovely. Lovely this. Up to the bridge up there. Beautiful. So as I said, there's a little bit of light entertainment there. You can go off the blue rope, down into the bottom of that, swim down, or you can just jump from here apparently, according to Roy. Jump into there, and then, believe it or not, there is a ladder that's been built in to help you climb out and back up here. And this is where the salmon come. I've never heard of it. I didn't think the Ribble was famous for salmon, but this is where they swim up here, get to this first bit here, and then they leap from there into the second bit there, swim up that, and then leap into the third part there, and then eventually, energy permitting, they go up to the top there just beyond Peter and sort of wallow up the next bit. Very difficult to do. So if you're an aspiring salmon, you better be able to jump up here. That is some challenge, I'll tell you. Landing in that and then keeping going right or left. And it's lovely. Why not? So the poor salmon, when they've managed to negotiate that last bit and come up into this and get hopefully a very, very well deserved rest, and then it's presumably is coming back towards their nesting grounds. And this is the railway line to Carlisle, the Settle Carlisle railway line that goes over Ribblehead Viaduct. You can get steam train excursions that will go that way along it. We've seen a couple of diesels heading this way. This is going up to Ribblehead this way. It's the Leeds to Carlisle line that branches off at Settle, and it carries on to Lancaster, does the other branch at Settle. He's on his high horse. Go on, Bernard, tell him you think we're going the right way.
I'm on my high horse.
We'll want to turn, get up here and turn left.
Graham, I have to say, for the sake of other friends, right, I have a great respect for you.
That wasn't nice, and I've not the best description, I'm afraid, folks, but this is the railway line here at this cutting. We're now south of the village of Stainforth, and this is the start of the Stainforth tunnel, where the metal railings are to stop people jumping in, I think. And it's down there, so with any luck, and then it obviously goes right the way past the village of Stainforth, which is over there. With any luck, if we can get higher up, we might get a better view. So Settle Carlisle settle down that way, Carlisle down this way, and there's the Stainforth Tunnel, which actually is a bit of an exaggeration, I think, because it's not all that big. It's like a wide bridge, but I'll bow to greater knowledge of railways than mine.
Yeah.
So these are the triple draw kilns for the Ribblesdale Limestone and Lime Works, and there's the entrance to the kiln that John's just going to have a look in, so I'll just have a wander down there for a couple of minutes. And this is the entrance to the triple drawn kilns. And that's what they do. I'm a bit lost. It's obviously limestone and lime production. But, somebody will be knowing, hopefully, can fill us in for what it is. Well, that was part of the kiln. This is one of the kilns now, and it stretches right down there as far as you can see up to here. This is the entrance, and the end is there, just past Peter. So we're going to duck in here and just have a look.
Until your eyes get accustomed to this.
And just have a look.
You can see down, if you look at lads down there.
Grief.
This is a,
So we're going to walk out that way.
yeah. We'll get out of 1870 odd. And you can go right round. Yeah. So,
Are you going to go round?
we'll go around.
Oh, he's a brave man.
If we don't see you again.
It's been nice knowing you.
Your eyes will get used to it.
And then you go parallel to
It goes right the way around.
So there's about 10 or 11 kilns on this side, and another 10 or 11 kilns on.
What, like this? So there you go, folks. 10 or 11 corridors, kilns like this in this outlet. And you can walk right the way through like we're doing now.
From the top. There are various places where it was dead from the top. The fire was getting on.
So with the heat, the rock up, so it rock up easy, crushed easy.
Yeah.
Temperature they go. 1,000 degrees. Just crumble them, they expand again. Use lime on the land.
So these are probably where the air was drawn in, sucked through from these. And this is the end of this particular kiln that we've just walked down. And Peter was the one who said that we've gone lots of them. Lots of them down there. So Peter May just appeared down here, and there he is. Yeah,
Is Peter coming?
Peter's here. Yeah.
It's just amazing, isn't it?
Well, it's amazing that it shut down. Well, this is where we've just been up to, the Craven Lime Works. And as you can see, there for some time. Look at these. Look, hey, how old are they? And they're just laying down in the sun. A couple more over here. A couple more there. Oh, we've had a busy day, Mum. Yep. Here we are, it's 2 o'clock. The leader's nursing his wounded knee. There's quite a few of us here. 10 made it. Not far off now. Heading back to Langcliffe in the cars. And if you look over there, the white building there was the one this morning with the weather stone. You know, the one that was dangling and had the things on there. So we've come, you can see virtually the circle that we've done. Not far off now, getting back to cutting down this lane now and coming back. The church over there and the car park with our cars on it. We are back at Langcliffe. Finished the walk. It's been a lovely day. Still got blue skies. The crows are building the nests up there, and it's been a lovely walk. So we'll see you next week when we're round at Melling in the Loon Valley, not the Ribble Valley.